day 4, Wednesday, day 4 of Baking Through Holy Week. And today we're going to be baking Rocky Road. You see, things were starting to head downhill. For Jesus, the authorities were mobilising against him, and that triumphal entry of Sunday, where the crowds were shouting his name and Hosanna, Hosanna, that was way in the past. There were rumours, there was gossip, and people were starting to not be quite so happy. Several times, Jesus tried to warn his disciples that he was going to die, but I don't think they really got it. Now, it was really starting to draw close now. How scary would that have been for Jesus to face? Yet he keeps on going, step by step, towards the day that he knew he was going to die. What a rocky road to take. Do you see what I did there? So here we go, rocky road. You're going to need 200 grams of some sort of biscuit. It's another one you can kind of adapt to what you like. So we've gone with digestives. And 130-ish grams of butter. Marshmallows, if you like marshmallows, 100 grams of marshmallows. You're going to need 200 grams of chocolate, milk, dark. You can even try white. Go crazy. Ooh. Could you start breaking that up for me? Thank you. Going to need some golden syrup. And I'm going to add in some Crispies. A few little Rice Krispies there. And I'm going to put in some raisins because then I can pretend it's fruit, therefore it's healthy. So, whilst Karis is breaking up that, I'm going to start crushing these biscuits. Excuse noise. Oh. This is a really good one to get your frustrations out. All the things in the world that make you angry, that aren't fair. Beat those biscuits. Take your frustrations out. Don't crush them right to crumbs, but crush them to smallish bits. You can put them in a plastic bag and beat them as well if you want to, but I prefer to do it like this. No extra plastic bags, eh? Give them a little shake, all the big bits come to the top. Now, we're going to melt our chocolate. Is it done? So we're going to pop it on the saucepan. Thank you. We're going to melt the chocolate and the butter and the butter and the golden syrup. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of golden syrup in. Again, it's a bit hit and miss. Ooh, slow. Come on. So, whilst that's happening, I'm just going to give it one last little crush, and I'm going to mix all my ingredients into here. So Crispies in, marshmallows in, raisins in.
It's
Skewing everywhere. Oh.
That was my favourite bowl.
Give it a good mix up. Bit of grease-proof paper. This is not a precision thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this baking that I'm doing this week.
I'll eat it.
You'll eat all of it?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Excellent. So whilst you're preparing this, I want you to think about things that you may have had to face, things that are difficult and things that are not fair. And I bet they're probably not as difficult as the things that Jesus had to face. And that is quite useful for us because we know that anything we've been through, Jesus has walked through ahead of us. And he knows how we feel and he will walk beside us, hold our hand and help us through. He doesn't always solve our problems for us. And sometimes that's difficult. He never promised he would, but he promised we would never be alone and he would always be with us in the problems that we face. And what about things that are unfair? Remember when we were bashing those biscuits up? Things that are unfair. Where in the world could you work for God's justice and peace in your life, in your school, in your job? What steps could you take to find God's justice and peace and to do something active about it? Right, how's the chocolate going? Right, so here's our chocolate and butter and syrup melt together. Nice and runny. So now we're going to add this into here.
Ooh.
Can you find my white scraper?
Yeah.
Is it over there? Can't find it. Another one.
Scraping.
It's alright, I've got another one.
Spatulas are ruining all the licking.
Hold that for a moment. Don't lick it. Yet. You're not going to need any tea.
I've only eaten one marshmallow so far.
Right, mix it all together. Look at that. Does it look good?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I did the right thing in taking out some of the mixture. Let's make another batch. Okay, pour it into your tray. Look at that. And then squash it right to the edges. Squash it right to the edges, and then all you do is pop it in the fridge. Couple of hours that we set, and then you can chop it into, chop it into just the right size portions to eat, put in your lunchbox, have for tea. But we're going to make this a little bit extra Eastery, this Rocky Road, by adding some mini eggs on top. Because what we need in this is more chocolate and sugar. Told you it's not a health food diet, this one. Luckily, it's quite hard work on your arms, so it's a bit of exercise.
Let's work off the chocolate.
To work off the chocolate.
From previous days.
Right, you going to put this straight on? No, push them in a bit. Spread them out. Oh, pink. Yellow.
Oh, there's no small white ones.
No.
There's a purple.
Purple in the corner.
Yeah, there's pink and yellow.
Okay, put them all on.
All.
Yes, all. Stop trying to eat them.
There's one.
Oh, is there one? Go on then. Right. Into the fridge. A couple of hours.
Genuinely no room in my fridge.